It's another edition of Checking In with Hein and Johnny, where the hosts bring in mystery topics that neither host knows anything about until the mics go hot and on the air. We are the show that keeps the host from talking about the weather and World War II 24 hours a day. Hey, Heine, man, what's on your mind?
What's happening, Johnny?
You have your excited sound.
Let me say, I've been told that I need to over-articulate.
I don't mind over-articulation. I do not mind that at all.
Johnny, you know, Johnny, I was talking to my speech therapist, and
Yes?
he watched the show.
He did.
Yes.
Pray tell, what advice did he have for you and me?
Over-articulate.
Well, that was it.
He said the pace of
Over-articulate.
your speech hasn't really changed.
But he
you need
wants
to over-articulate.
enunciate.
So you don't sound like such a moron.
I don't think you sound... Oh, I saw Chris's feet. I always like to see Chris's feet.
I have a coffee delivery service.
Nice. Obviously, getting down the steps, there were no incidents.
No,
so that's nice.
There weren't.
And have you ever unloaded anything from a semi-truck in your business?
Yes.
And any incidents that someone lost a digit in that?
No. I don't think
Darn
so.
it.
We've sheared the A-arms off a forklift before.
That's awesome. How did that happen?
You're lifting about an 8,000-pound roll of conveyor belt.
Nice.
And you lift it up, and the wheels in the back or front, the steering wheels, start to come off the ground. And so you have some of your buddies stand on the back of the forklift for more weight.
That's OSHA approved.
Yes. And then you lift it some more, and your buddies get scared, and they all jump off.
And then mayhem ensues.
Way up, the roll of belt goes off the forks, and the forklift comes back down. Bam! And it is there permanently.
It's only entertaining for me because I don't have to repair any of it.
Well, it happened a long time ago, so we can laugh about it now.
That is, and have you ever rented or gone on one of those swan-shaped boats that you go around a little lake?
No. Where?
Sometimes, like at romantic retreats, they have like a little ducky paddle boat or a swan, and you can go for a romantic quick spin around the lake. Have you ever done a paddle boat?
Johnny, is this where you were last weekend when I woke up and came down and like, where the hell is he? Paddling in the lake.
I see from your mocking tone that you have not done a paddle boat, not even with your kids?
You can't get up to trolling speed.
Well, I can tell you they look really fun, but they are heavy and they don't have a nice aerodynamic design, so they're horrible. So you get about 20 feet out and you think, well, I want to go back, but you spent the $20, so you just kill yourself going further out and then got to come all the way back. So it is definitely not what it's advertised to be.
They're not playing those songs from our past, like Endless Love. First Love.
They are not
singing to help you paddle with Diana Ross.
That's the way you think.
It was.
Yeah, you think that it's going to be this lovely thing. And then it actually ends up being like a ride from hell in a carnival where you're just banging around.
Did you do that?
Did I ever do carnival rides?
It's a boat ride last weekend.
Heck no. I had learned my lesson. They had them available. And the second I looked at them, I thought of my burning hot gams and said, nah. I'm not a fool. Fool me once. You will not get me to do it twice in my life.
Do Do you know that there
Yes.
was a movie associated with that ear candy, Endless Love? I mean, I think the movie was called something else. I think the movie was called Endless Shove.
I believe that was the porno
No,
version.
I don't.
Saving Ryan's Private.
Did you see the film? Did you hear? I know you heard the song. It was like it had to be one of our prom songs. Did you see
Yeah,
that
I
movie?
definitely I saw that movie, but I have
You
to
did?
admit, I saw that movie 30 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
because you wanted to see
Henry,
the little.
I've seen all of those movies because I went on dates.
You
And
took
you
a
can't,
date to that movie?
of course.
Wasn't it a little uncomfortable in the scene where the guy, is down there laying naked by the fire, and
I was ready to get some action,
then
Henry. I was hoping for
Shields
dreams.
is creeping down as her 15-year-old self. My wife, we
She
watched that
was
movie.
naughty.
I never watched it.
Blue I think it's Blue Lagoon or something
It
like
was
that.
Screw Lagoon.
That didn't even need a porno version. It was, in your mind, you felt like it was the porno version.
Well, it was weird. Come on. They're down there by the fire. Brooke Shields and the guy, and they decide to do it. It's kind of a small house, and her mom is watching.
It's weird.
She should pull out the video camera. I'm going to get this. My daughter is being impregnated.
That is super, super weird. But Brooke Shields had some, she's now feels bad about all those decisions, but she had some pretty rough decisions back then because she like was in the jeans commercial and all in these scantily clad movies. Now she's
But it made her
sad that she
famous.
did them all.
But, I mean, she wouldn't be
She made
famous
and
without it. Yeah. So,
yeah, she was very controversial.
so like, the mom doesn't come down with the garden hose and say, spray the kid,
Get out of there.
get
Get
off my
out.
daughter. He watches quietly. And then it's funny because the guy, the dad, kind of wakes up, what, oh, I got this guy sleeping over with my 15-year-old daughter, and he is out in the front yard cleaning a Jag, Mark II, I believe. And
We love that.
he says to the kid, "You never see my daughter again, never." So the boy runs off, and then in another scene, who rears his ugly head but Tom Cruise, an early Tom Cruise,
You got to have Tom.
an awkwardly tight pair of shorts and nothing else. And he says to the guy, a good idea would be to go light their house on fire. And then then pass it by, and you can be the hero. Wake them all up and get it before it burns down. And then you can then hump his daughter again. You can get back on it.
Not a good idea. Not a great idea.
So he does it, and he lights the house on fire, and they all get out, and and they kind of look at him, and then he gets busted, of course, and they throw him in the mental institution,
They do
and then
because you're mental.
he gets back out of the mental institution, and he wants to get back on the daughter, but the mother approaches him and says, "I watched you that night, and I want you."
That's what all caring mothers should do. Get the mental institution away from their daughter
So,
and have sex with them.
I'm not going to ruin this film with the surprise ending.
It's not ruined now. This is not ruined. We have desecrated the memory of
I will not ruin. I
hilarious.
will not ruin the surprise ending. But a question that haunts me, that just bothers me.
Yes.
When he burned
Pray
down,
tell.
when he burned the house down, Did the Mark II Jaguar go up with it?
No, it did not. It was in the driveway. And that does haunt you.
Yes. There was
I know you.
obviously some paint damage. Paint damage?
Obviously. But that's easily correctable. You
Anyway,
can have a new fresh dip. Have you ever been it is the Thanksgiving episode.
it is?
It is
It
Thanksgiving
is?
this week. I know. It comes so fast. Did Thanksgiving come really fast for you as it did for me?
Yes.
And Stella and Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You hear
it
some
did.
light noise?
Uh
They're barking for turkey.
there's no that's our one homage to Thanksgiving. Stella and Duke are barking for turkey. That's so holiday.
How many people are you having?
Very
Are you, are
holiday.
you are you having over for the holiday?
We do not have to host it anymore. We're old and decrepit, so people fear when we cook things that it will be poisoned or be full of dog hair. So they refuse to come to our house. But thankfully, we get invited to several places, and we decline all of them by saying rudely, "We don't want to come to your house. You probably have dog hair in the food." That's what I say rudely. "I'm not going to eat with you. Ew, stop asking me." So that's the way we handle the
Oh,
holidays.
okay.
Now we go to the families, friends, and neighbors discount and have it there. We go to Denny's.
That sounds good. Well,
Oh, now,
this year I am going to take the bird, and in solidarity, I am going to rip one arm, wing, and one leg off, and then it will be just like representative of me.
you will take one of them and smack it on the ground and then jam it back in there and then tell the turkey to fly away. Fly away, you wounded warrior.
Precisely.
Last year, we were benefited, all humanity, with the turkey dance, which we all enjoyed by you. So thank you for, it's hard to believe we've been doing the podcast so long that I get to hark back to the memories of our previous pod episodes. But you did a great job on the turkey dance. It
Yeah.
was delightful. And we're hoping that there might be a possible turkey dance reunion, Brooke Shield style, by the fire, so we can film it. Have you ever been into a building that had an elevator operator, one of those fancy hotels?
Boy, that would have to really tweak my memory. I think there used to be a store in Missoula, Montana that had one, and it only had 2 floors.
Really?
So it was like, oh, you want the other floor? Yeah. Go right up.
Did it have a cool cage, or was it just a regular elevator so that the person's literally just taking up space?
No, none of that sort. What I've been on an elevator. We went on an elevator, an old elevator in San Diego, and we were with a couple of other people, 2 people, strangers, and our kids were there, and I decided to pull a funny prank. And so in between floors, I tried to open the door, and
Frank?
and it jammed the elevator there for about 45 minutes.
You're hilarious. Those are the best pranks. Interrupt people's day for a 45-minute claustrophobic mental institution visit. How did that couple that you didn't know that were in there, were they excited that you did that?
They were very cool, and they didn't kill me.
Well, the fact that they didn't kill you is nice. I can't believe that they were anything but rough and rude to you. You'd be like the Charlie Brown of the elevator ride. You blockhead. We rewatched that and I enjoyed everybody bullying Charlie Brown the whole episode.
You must have bought a private video. That bullying
No,
was
no.
like taken off TV.
Yeah, it is on Apple Plus, in case you're wondering, where you can watch all the Peanuts classics. They even have a Thanksgiving episode where Charlie Brown makes toast and jelly beans for Thanksgiving, and Peppermint Patty does nothing but complain. She's not a good friend. She's like all the people I know,
The
all my
whiner.
family
The
members, all they do is
whiner.
complain. Whiner. Did you ever have to install solar panels on any buildings or your own house? Did you get tricked into solar?
No, Johnny.
And why not? Why aren't you tempted at putting it on your roof so you could get all those credits? All those delicious
What? You
credits.
spend 30 grand and it takes you 40 years to get your money back in credits. No, I'm a firm supporter of the oil and gas industry and clean coal. And so,
Because you're American.
yeah, well, maybe more Chinese. They seem to be enthusiasts. Nobody nailing up panels over there. I always pass the guy in Costco and say to him, I'm a firm supporter of the oil and gas industry. And then he smirks at me. Like, you're
Yeah.
not going to save the world. So
No, he's trying to save you.
somebody's
But no, you've never.
got to be in the oil and gas corner, and it's me.
And Jake reaffirmed that.
Yeah.
He mentioned on the pod, you're a hunter, you bathe in oil and gas, you
Did you
moisturize with
buy
the
those
delightful.
panels? Did you buy the panels, Johnny?
We inadvertently did on a house that we owned, but they never worked. They literally, servicemen came for, I would say, 7 months, like 7 months getting it to work. So no, I have to admit, I didn't do it for you, being patriotic to our men and women in Texas, but I tried, and then it was a big fail. Now they had pre-installed solar panels on the RV, which is very handy because then it charges up the battery. So that I do own a panel now, but I did not actively have to put them up myself.
Johnny, I am a participant in the solar movement. I have a solar-powered calculator.
That was the classic. How hard is it to change the battery in a calculator? How smart are you that you run a calculator battery out? It would seem unlikely that I would calculate that much.
Big
I want to
numbers.
show you
Big numbers.
I want to show you my favorite solar panel item. Are you ready? This is the big debut.
Wait for it. I hope.
Dun dun dun.
I wanted
R2D2.
I wanted the little boogieing Halloween skeleton.
No, mine's fancier than that. Mine's R2. So did you ever take a class in ceramics? Did you ever go use a kiln and fire any porcelain items? Star Wars and Star Trek related porcelain dolls?
No Star Wars figures. I did Austin Healey plates, which I still have in the cupboard right over yonder.
So did you paint them and fire them and do all the steps, or did you pay someone to do the hard part?
What we did, which really peeved the ceramics people, we went to a silkscreen shop and had to make a silkscreen of the little design. And so
That's
then,
awesome.
when we're making plates, we're just wham, 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 wham. And we did an entire kiln load of plates. And
that's awesome.
And rather than us, painting, dot the I, we were done in about 10 minutes. And it totally...
Stacker.
Oh, no. The kiln, full. And they had to do our plates just one order. They lost their butts on that order and then went out of business.
That's all. We love when we screw people over. It is now currently cold. Is it cold in your neck of the woods?
No.
Still not cold.
Record heat.
We've gotten in the 20s.
Record heat. And you burn more. I've been burning tires in my backyard to keep it warmer.
Keep warm. Keep the baby rats nice and toasty.
There's more of them.
That's smart. It's smart because if you burn a tire, then they can still get toasty and comfortable as they burrow into your attic and make more rats. Love that.
We have a little.
Are they still living, or do you have you got corpses?
No, well, they appear in the spring, in the
Which we love.
birthing period, and then slowly over the summer, probably are picked off by predators. It might be Stella, it might be Duke out there playing hockey with them, or an eagle or a soaring eagle swoops down and bags a rat.
Speaking of the predatory birds, I'm out at 5 a.m. with my tiny little puppy walking around in the freezing cold. It is cold here. It's brutally cold that early. And of course, at 5 a.m., it is pitch black. It may as well be midnight. And we do our business and come in, and my dog has got a huge black bird talon in her mouth. It was so disgusting. I realized that she's carrying a stick, and I'm like, oh, drop that stick. I grab it, and I have a monkey claw suddenly out of nowhere. It was so revolting. The first thing that came into my mind is the bubonic plague guy who got the mouse out of his cat's mouth and then got bubonic plague all over his hand. So I'm like, I gotta hide this from my wife or she'll take the dog to the vet for a $10,000 visit. So of course, I immediately put it in the tea kettle and made some delicious tea. It was a nice elixir for me. I like my immunity up high.
My dog escaped from the yard. I had a Cocker Spaniel. This Cocker Spaniel, well, he loved trash. So one day I'm like, get in the house, you dummy. And he is,
Through the trash.
no. The item he has is too big to carry.
It's a what? It's a what? It's too big to carry? We're so stupid. We're laughing at our own jokes so hard that we can't breathe.
This is
That's
the problem
how
with my
big of
mind.
idiots we are.
Stroke has made me either laugh or cry. So he's picking it up. He's picking it up and hucking it ahead. And then he was...
It's just us for 5 minutes laughing at how funny we are. We're so hilarious.
So he gets up. He's throwing it, runs, picks it up, throws it, runs up, picks it up, throws it. And he gets up to where it's close enough where I can see it.
I'm crying. I have to wipe my eyes. I'm such an idiot. Oh my. Oh.
Gets a pair of BVDs full.
Oh my goodness. Somebody filled them up and didn't. They're like, I'm not going to wash those. I am not washing those in my washing machine. I'm just going to chuck those out for the dog. Did you immediately tell Chris, look what the dog got us? He didn't need amoxicillin for a month.
I shot him right there in the spot. It's like, and you're like, climb it back into my bed. Al.
That is so funny.
That is one of the worst days of my life. What are you doing? You want to bring this in the house? A treasure from outdoor. So I'd be happy with a stupid claw of a bird.
So happy to bring you a prize. It was an early Christmas gift, and you didn't even appreciate it.
Happy Thanksgiving. Here it is.
It smelt good, it tasted good, and it had heft. It wasn't just some lightweight set of leaves. It was meaty.
I needed to buy new rubber gloves after that event.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. So when I think back after I'm on my deathbed, people are going to say, but Johnny, what was your favorite episode of the podcast? I am going to be able to point to, well, it was the one where the dogs brought us special treats.
Yes,
Hilarious.
yes.
My stomach aches. I feel like I've done some squats and crunches.
The unbelievable. I mean, my stroke breakdown is to just laugh. I mean, my emotions are just right beneath the surface. Funny, or I start crying.
Crying uncontrollably.
Yes.
Well, one good thing I'm going to put on my resume, my CV will have, I have not made Henry cry yet on the podcast. Happily, it's been mostly mirth.
Well, that's
We're
because you haven't had to
festive.
watch the surprise ending of Endless Love.
Oh, yes,
Then I,
yes, that's right. My endless love. Well, you probably spent some time. Now, have you ever bought or owned an old-timey toboggan, the ones with the wood that are actually curved?
no, that's too.
We had one. I don't know why someone had one, but the fact that it defies physics, it's not a good item. I can see why they faded out because you can't get them to move. The the aerodynamic nature is like a duck's or swan boat. It is too heavy when you get six people on it. It's a thing of a Norman Rockwell painting because the thing actually doesn't work.
Obviously, the hill wasn't icy enough.
Yeah, you
We've
got to
always
have
gone with the little sleds with the metal rails, like Rosebud in the end of Death of a Salesman or whatever that movie is.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, Citizen
Rosebud.
Kane, Rosebud,
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Did you ever have one when you're going down the hill and you hit the asphalt and you just immediately slide and completely tear up your skin because you slide from into the snow off of the sled?
No, I always made sure that there was a big wall of boulders before the asphalt.
Wall of boulders. I was implying that I was sledding
Ugh.
shirtless, which was the shirtless. It was more difficult to sled shirtless. That's my faux pas.
Uh,
I did not
the
mean to do that.
Yeah, the imagery. Norman Rockwell never painted a Christmas card. Maybe Clear and Ives painted that card.
Johnny in his massive beer gut slipping off of the sled, off the toboggan into the asphalt.
No breaks needed here.
Nope. That is so perfectly romantic. They needed no extra help for that day.
Yeah.
Have you ever needed to get anything out from, speaking of rats? I've had a house that was infested with rats. Did you ever have to go under the crawl space and get possums or rats out of the house?
You know how many times? The funny story,
Really?
Johnny, is I vacuumed up all the little droplets. And they kind of there was one room in the house that kind of you had to have a bad smell.
Mm.
But and then to my disappointment, the house sold on a video call. You know, the real estate
Wow.
lady just walked around the house with the camera, shining it in all the rooms. It wasn't one of those iPhones that transmits the smell.
They didn't get the four-dimensional
Yet Bill
sensations.
Gates working on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, the smellorama. That would be a breakthrough. The only thing people would be doing is farting and sending it to their friends continually. That would be the only reason people would use it from then on. There is a special essence of a dead rat in the wall. That's a smell that's unmistakable.
I remember being in
Marijuana and dead rat.
I was going through fraternity rush, and we're driving
Ooh.
around with these wild and crazy guys, going, "Am I gonna die?" And so they go into the bank, and what they're doing in the car, I am not. Probably why they didn't ask me to pledge. They're smoking copious amounts of marijuana in the
Yeah.
car. So in the bank, what do? They fill up, they take a big hit, and fill up the little tube with smoke and click.
So the bank just stinks of reefer for the rest of the week.
Send it on
That's
into the teller. Send it on into the
it's
teller so that she can have a hit.
that's a hilarious prank. No one died or lost a digit.
That's why I mention it. It doesn't seem all that funny now, but it seems funny at the time.
If you are completely stoned, it is hilarious.
I wouldn't have thought of it.
Hilarious. Well, my friend, we are at the end. We will see you next week. Have a happy
I'll be
Thanksgiving,
laughing
Henry.
all the way to the Thanksgiving.
Laughing through the turkey. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Checking In with Hein and Johnny. You can follow all things Hein and Johnny by subscribing to Checking In with Hein and Johnny anywhere you listen to podcasts. Checking In with Heine and Johnny is sponsored by Conveyors and Equipment. They supply, design, and service all types of conveyors, belting, and material handling equipment since 1972. With 3 locations to serve you, Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, and El Paso. Find them on the web at conveyequip.com. That's ConveyeEquuip.com.